So good morning and Hari Om to all. Welcome for this special book launch celebration that we have. This is Aruna Joshi, who will be taking part with us and will be inaugurating this program. Before that, we will just start with our invocation, and then I will hand it over to Mokshada to take over the proceedings of the program. So let's chant. Om. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Over to Mokshada.
Thank you, sir. All right, so kids, excited? Yeah, let me see those excited faces. Yes. So do you know that virtual clapping thing? Let's do that. Let's do that, everyone. Yay. Happy, everyone? Excited? Yes. All right. So then, shall we invite our guest for today? All right. So for all of you, if you've really observed this, it is said that, you are the same person that you used to be 5 years ago, but for the people you meet and the books that you read. So that is the reason why we invite really illustrious people here on this forum so that you get to meet them and learn a lot from them. Meeting these people, enriches your life in a way that you'll not understand right now. But when you grow up, you will know that, okay, it was the time, when I was like 8 years old, I met an author, I had written a story myself and my book was published. And that's something really, really exciting. All right. So before much wasting any time, so let me invite our guest for today, Miss Aruna Joshi. Can you? Yes, there she is. Let me pin her video for you. Yay. A warm welcome to you. A warm welcome to
Thank you.
We are all
Thank you so much
for this session. Really, really excited. And before we move on, we would like to have a formal welcome speech and your brief introduction so that everybody knows who you are and what you exactly do. So I request Vivek to give a formal welcome speech and a small introduction.
It is a great honor to have Mrs. Aruna Joshi amongst us today. On behalf of Balvihar Goregaon East, I extend a warm welcome to her and thank her for setting aside her valuable time for us. Let me now introduce you to my Balvihar mates. Mrs. Aruna Joshi is an architect by education, a writer by passion, and a creative person at heart. She loves to explore the world of creativity, be it designing space, writing, cooking, painting, or crafts. After having practiced architecture and interior designing for almost 20 years, she chose to quit and decided to follow her passion, that is writing. She has penned down quite a few books, which includes several theme-based books for pharma companies. 2 of her own books, one of which is a bestseller. She has ghostwritten and edited 7 books for a few Indian authors and has many articles and blogs to her credit in the last few years. Her writing falls in the genre of self-help and personal growth. She is currently working as an editor-in-chief at the Embassy Books and Distributors, which is a leading publishing firm in Mumbai. Once again, I extend a warm welcome to you, Aruna ma'am. Your august presence here today has added an extra sparkle to our function, and we are super excited to have you here today. Hari Om.
Wow, that was sweet. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Vivek, for that introduction and welcome. Before we move on, I would just like to mention what exactly was the baseline or the thought or the idea behind conducting this workshop. Today, basically, we are into a digital world, where everything, all the information is available at the click of a button. And more importantly, we have to realize a fact that we are, living in a world of information excess, which leaves very little scope for our imagination to grow. So you must really think, what it must be doing to our children. And it is really important that their imagination, their power to think, keeps on expanding and growing. So this entire scenario somewhere used to scare me as a mother. And that is the reason this fear actually brought about this idea of a creative writing workshop. Now, there is a reason, we have to give our kids these wings of imaginations to soar high in the sky at this point. It may sound very cliched, but let me give you an example, a like-to-like comparison. If you imagine, a flock of birds flying in the sky, how do they fly? Have you ever observed that? Do they fly in this random motion, or do they fly, in a haphazard manner? They don't do that. They fly in a proper structure, and they fly in a known direction, a proper direction. And that is exactly that was exactly the thought behind conducting this workshop, because our children have a lot of imagination power, they have a lot of creativity and a tremendous potential. What needs to be done is we need to give them a defined, well-defined structure and a proper direction and channelize that imagination in the right way. So through this workshop, my basic idea was to just do that. That was the basis of this workshop. I hope my little ones also enjoyed the sessions as much as I loved conducting them. And although I'm going to miss those 20 hungry faces looking at me through the screen, I'll always cherish this experience. I had a lot of fun conducting this workshop, and I'm extremely proud that, all these efforts have converted into something so beautiful, and we are all here to celebrate that today. But before we actually go on to the main event of the book launch, I would like to hear the experiences of the children who were participating in this workshop. So before we move on to the main function, I would request my kids to share their experiences. Let me start first, because I think their feedback, would somehow complete that entire circle, So let me first request Anya. Anya, can you please unmute yourself and share your experiences with us?
Yes. Hari Om. I am Anya Agarwal. People say effective communication is key to success. Story writing is a great way to learn communication. We were privileged to join this exclusive workshop, especially designed for Bal Vihar students, under the guidance of Ravi Narayan sir. This workshop, we were This summer camp was extremely beneficial and the fun quotient was high. I thoroughly enjoyed the storytelling factory. We created our own storybook. This camp was specially supervised by Mokshada Haridas ma'am. Bal Katha Vihar is a compilation of different stories written by me and my friends. I am super excited on the release of this book. Now, I would like to call out my friend Pranati, who would share her thoughts and experiences.
Yes. Hari Om everyone. Good morning to all of you. Myself, Pranati Shah. And today I am going to talk about my experience on Telltale Workshop, which was conducted by Mokshada Aunty. Before starting with our story, we learned about elements of a story like setting, character, plot, conflict, and the theme. We also learned what to write in each of the elements. First, I didn't even know how to write a story stepwise. I just thought that I need to add my feelings and thoughts and make a nice story. But Auntie taught us everything step by step and in a lucid manner. I personally loved the classes very much, and this summer I learned a new thing, that was story writing.
and I had a great time with Mokshada auntie. Thank you, Ravi sir, for organizing such wonderful workshops. Thank you. Hari Om.
Thank you so much, Pranati, for your feedback. Moving on to Arnav. Can I request you to share your feedback, please?
Hello, I am Arnav and I give you a warm welcome and a huge thank you for being a part of our book launch. It is said that if you want to excel in something, then you need to know your basics well. Likewise, if you need to write a good story, it's important to know its basics. Our Telltale classes exposed me to various aspects of storytelling. I learned what a story plot is, how to think of various characters in a story, and more importantly, various types of stories. There are around 10 different types of stories, like an anecdote, fairy tale, myth, legend, etc. My personal favorite was a farce, which means an exaggerated comedy, and hence my story is about a schoolboy and his antics. I would like to extend my gratitude to Mukshada auntie for imparting us these basics that will help us build our skills well. Thank you. Hari Om.
Thank you so much, Arnav. Now I invite Akshata to share her experiences.
Hari Om, I am Akshata. So just like Arnav said, after selecting the theme of a story, we had to make the plot diagram. So before this workshop, I had no idea what plot diagram was. What I thought was, like, after you have the story in your mind, you need to work on your words and just write it according to what you have thought. But then there was this thing called the plot diagram. It was my favorite. It was very helpful as we could organize all our ideas in a proper format. Through it, we learned the different parts of story, like the exposition where we introduce the character, the setting of the story. Then comes the rising action, the conflict, which leaded to the climax, the most awaited part of any story, and then the ending. The character description was also very helpful. On completion of this, we had a basic idea of what our story was about and how our characters would behave in a specific situation based on the description we had come up with. After this, it was very easy to write the story as we had the whole idea of our story in front of us. This step was the foundation of our story. This was something very new I learned, and I will definitely use it for writing essays or stories for school competitions or exams. Although it was very technical, Mokshada auntie explained it in a way which was very simple, and it was very fun to learn in that way. Hari Om.
Thank you so much, Akshata. That was an elaborate description, and I hope you make use of the plot diagram. Moving on, let me invite Pratishtha to share her experiences.
Hari Om everyone and good morning. My name is Pratishtha Thakur. Today I am going to give you a brief explanation in the ways which we can start a story. So the ways in which we can start a story is by using a dialogue. Come on kids, you are getting late for your picnic. The other ways are ask questions, use humor, add onomatopoeia, start with action, and make readers curious. By attending all these interesting and exciting class, I have improved my imaginative and writing skills. Thank you, Mokshada auntie and Ravi sir for conducting these motivating classes. I'm proud to be a young author. Hari Om.
Thank you so much, Pratishtha. Moving on, we have Chinmay Rao with her experience and learnings. Chinmay?
Yeah. Hello everyone. My name is Chinmay Rao. I really thank Mokshada auntie for taking lot of efforts and Ravi sir for support. I really love this session. This session helped me improve my English language and my story writing skills. Something new that I learned in this workshop was figures of speech, which helped me to make my story even more interesting. The figures of speech that I used many times in my story is onomatopoeia. We use this when the spoken sound of words reflect their meaning. Example, the bell rang, dang, dang. Simile is an figure of speech which is a comparison using the words like or as. A figure of speech that I had some difficulty in understanding was metaphor, which is a comparison using a descriptive image to highlight a quality or concept. For example, the city was an ocean of light. I'm excited very much to know that my story will be in a storybook. I was jumping with joy when Mokshita auntie told about the book. Grab your copy as soon as possible. Now I will call my friend Vedika. Thank you.
Every Monday in the month of May, we had the Telltale Story class. When my mom told me I was a part of this class, I did not know what to expect. I thought the idea to learn how to write a story was exciting. Mokshada ma'am taught us to write a story and many more things. We had a lot of fun in the summer planning a story. Honestly, I thought it would be quite simple to write a story. However, let me tell you, it is not. There are many things to keep in mind. Just being creative is not enough. It should be also interesting. A person to read it with a great beginning. Character sketches, a plot with a super climax. I wrote a story about two girls became friends at the end of a story. All my friends have also shared their stories in a beautiful way. I would like to thank Ravi sir and Mokshada ma'am for this digital book. It is so fantastic that our stories will be shared with everyone in this manner. I would like to thank everyone who was a part of this book launch. As well, we are happy to see all of you supporting us. Do read our short stories and share with your thoughts with us. Thank you. Hari Om.
Thank you so much, children, for your feedback. I had also asked you all to share something that you did not like about the workshop, but nobody has mentioned that. Thank you so much. But then I would love to know on a one-on-one basis as to what improvements I can make for you next time so that we have a great learning experience together. Moving on, I would like to invite a couple of parents to share their experience with us. Can I first request Anuradha to share her experience with us, please?
Hari Om everyone. Feedback. It's of course Sare good words for you. Thank you 1,000 times Mokshada for teaching so much to our kids. These sessions not only kept the kids engaged during the vacation but also helped them in future. Children have learned a lot of story writing, lot of things on story writing, from where to start, how to start, and how to execute what they have in their mind and present it. That is the very special thing which we learned, that how to present. Thank you, Mokshada, for making these classes very easy and interesting and fun-filled. How to use their own ideas and coming up with new story by each child. Mokshada, your efforts and dedication are indeed commendable. As I said earlier, I wish I had a teacher like you back in school. Nevertheless, you are my teacher now, as I have learned so much. I could see difference in my child's attitude and his writing. Your teachings are inculcated in kids for their life, and cherry on the cake is this book launch. The idea of compiling these stories and making the book can only be taught by our dear Mokshada. Kids and the parents are so happy that the effort and learning from your sessions will be printed in a book which will be there for eternal. Thank you once again, and not to forget, thank you Ravi sir for organizing all these events. Thank you so much. Hari Om.
Thank you so much, Anuradha, for this feedback. It is a little overwhelming for me, but it is a humbling experience, and I hope I can give more to the children in the days to come. Moving on, let me invite Palak to share her experiences.
Hari Om, everybody. Good morning. So the experience as a parent would be very rewarding, because initially when Ravi sir floated the message around that we're doing these workshops, it was something of I don't know, revelation. We were more excited. I think the parents were more excited to sign up the children, saying that there's something they're going to learn through the summers, which is eventually going to help. Now, both my children obviously fall in the low age bracket. There was not much they understood in this, but I felt that there was so much she has given them, even though they didn't understand the fact that you have to have a sketch for a plot. That plot diagram was brilliant. It helped us teach the children, even as parents, that there are different aspects to a story, and you literally have to go from the plot to the sketches to the climax. It's like a whole build up. And they also reading story. My children read stories almost every night, so they have been reading it as just a story, but now they understand that you require a plot. There are people, there are characters, there are supporting characters, there are people who help you out, there is a love interest, there is so much they've learned just by this and it's just 4 workshops, and she's given so much. Mokshita has given so much in that 1 hour a week. She has highlighted so many different aspects of a story. It's amazing. You have to hand it to her. And I'm sure this didn't come easy, because this requires a lot of research. And when you're talking to children, there has to be their point of view, because I've seen when she takes a workshop, they're always interrupting her with questions. They have their own point of view. She has to be so prepared to answer all their questions. Then she must have well read about this, because sometimes when my child comes to me, I don't know what to answer, but she had a break in that. She accepted their point of view, and then she explained it. She brought them to where she wanted, but उन लोग के style में कर दिया. So it was brilliant. This was something which I have to hand it to you, Mokshita, that is inbuilt in your nature, where you kind of, whether it's young or adult or children, you manage that. You just do that. And patiently, I must add. Oh, your patience. I mean, we would have snapped a time or 2 with the children, but no, I didn't see that with you. Whether they weren't doing their homework, which, trust me, they weren't. I'm sure. There must have been major follow-ups from your end, because homework, summer vacation mein karana bahut mushkil. But yes, they were eventually, after the 3rd or the 4th, the 2nd or the 3rd class, the children got excited. They wrote the stories on their own. We didn't have to. The push strategy became a pull strategy. वो अपने आप हो गया. So yeah, that is something which is brilliant. So thanks so much, Sir and Mokshita, for putting the children through this experience. And obviously the Let's Talk series also complemented to this. It was a hand in hand. You kind of, I don't know, intertwine the course, somehow, which added value both ways to the children. So yes, thank you so much for this. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Pala, for this wonderful feedback. I feel so happy listening to you all, So I somehow feel, I was doing something right. And I absolutely loved answering each and every question that kids had. I mean, that was the whole idea. I wanted them to ask questions, because that is how you increase their creative and imaginative powers. So I really enjoyed as much as the kids have probably enjoyed. I was after their life for completing their assignments, writing stories, rewriting the stories, rewriting the stories.
Rewriting the stories, yes.
But that was essential, and they had to learn that. So, but I think the entire experience was worth it. And what we are having today is like the culmination of all those efforts, and in a beautiful way. So now, before wasting any more time, I'll request Aruna ma'am to please do the formal launch of our book. The kids did not know that, okay, there was a digital copy to be released today, but I want to share that we also have a print copy of the book, which I had not shared before because I wanted to keep it as a surprise. All right. And I had shared this with a couple of students who were going to speak today, and I told them, don't share it. It's a surprise for your parents also. So they were dancing around in the house. So I'm not going to tell you. I'm sure Vedika was doing that. And but yes, so we are having a physical copy of the book. And now I request Aruna ma'am to please come into the picture and do the formal book launch for us. Ravi sir, if you're okay with this, shall we go ahead with the book launch?
Yeah, perfect, absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you, Mokshita. And kids, and their moms. It was wonderful listening to you, and I am inspired after listening to all of you. I'm really honored to be here, and I'm honored to release this book, which Mokshida ma'am has given me. I'll just open it. It is packed also very beautifully. So this is the book, children. I think huge round of applause. Congratulations to all the kids. I mean, you're published author. What more you can ask for? Great efforts on everybody's part.
Everybody, let's have this digital clap, everyone. This is your
And
new
maybe you can
book.
unmute yourself for a bit.
Yes, you can unmute yourself, everyone. And if you want to share
Oh
something.
my God, what a surprise. This is not a digital launch.
Awesome. All happy?
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yes.
Would you like to take a look
Excited
inside?
for touching it.
Wait, I ate. So I'll pin her video again. So she's just flipping through the pages. So you can just have a look, the first look of your book.
Wait, let me show you the first page where there are everybody's names. It is such a rewarding feeling to have, your name on the book. And it is so beautifully compiled by Mokshida.
Wow.
Wow. It's just a wow experience, actually. Beautiful.
I'm as excited as the kids are. This is really wonderful. All right. Thank you so much, Aruna ma'am, for doing this for us.
My honor, my honor.
And now I would request you to address our kids. Children, talking to an author, an acclaimed author like her, I'm sure you have a lot to learn from her. So I request all of you to be all ears and very attentive to what she's going to talk to you. And let's make this an interactive session. So in case you have any doubts, we will have the doubts addressed after she finishes her address. Over to you, Aruna ma'am, for a few words to our children.
Okay, so I would like to ask you all, how many of you would like to take a step forward and become an author now? This is a short story that you've written, but how many of you would like to become an author? You can raise your hands. I can't see all of you, but that's fine. Okay, so let me just give you a brief of how I became an author, because I had education in a different field altogether. I'm an architect, and I was always interested in writing. When I was in the 7th grade, our history teacher, once she came to the class and she said, "Today I'm not going to teach you anything. Take out your notebooks and pens and start writing a poem." And I was like blank. I said, "I can't write. I don't know how to write a poem. I've never learned. I don't know. How will I write a poem?" She said, "Write whatever comes to your mind and whatever topic you want. Just don't think about how it is. Don't judge yourself. Just write." And that was my first writing experience, which I have preserved that poem till now. And it was a very simple thing. When I look back now, I say, "Oh, this is, like it is." You feel, "Oh, you have written this," but that was the first experience. It has to, I believe that every child has the creativity, has the skills. It just needs a trigger somewhere, and that is what Mokshida ma'am has provided to you. It is just that key to unlock your skill and your potential to become a writer. After that, I just carried on with my education. I became an architect, but that writing passion was always there. So after I became an architect, I again turned towards this and I started writing for architectural magazines, because I was finding some way out to reach out to my passion. And the writing continued. I practiced for almost 18 to 20 years. And this went on. But in the meantime, that writing was always there in the background. So I used to write for, first I used to write for architectural journals. Then I went into a different field, which was related to life, because I feel I'm a life student and there's so much to learn for all of us, always, every day, each moment. And I turned into a different field, which is, life sciences. So I started light writing on life, on life related topics. Then I contributed to various magazines, various blogs, articles, and slowly this journey led me to writing my own book, because that was something which I always wanted to do as a child. We have this scrapbook. I don't know whether the children have it now, but in during our times we used to have a scrapbook where. At the end of 10th standard, because everyone would go in different directions and we did not have phones and internet that time. So how would we keep in touch? Some kind of a memory we wanted to carry of all our friends. And in that scrapbook, there used to be, it was like, you used to get it in the bookshops, and there used to be columns like, what do you like? What do you want to become in life? Or, what are your hobbies? What are your passions? So I remember that I have written in all my other friends' scrapbooks that I want to become an author. That time author was nowhere in my periphery, but I had so much that inside me that I want to become an author one day. But then, how is our education system, that I scored good marks in 12th standard, then I got into architecture, then I completed 5 years of architecture. But let me tell you one thing, the education, whatever education you take, it never goes waste, because this education of architecture has taught me so many things. It has developed my thinking, my visualization, my imagination. All these things help me in writing a book also. I'll come to how to write a book little later, but I just wanted to share my journey of how I became an author. And then while I was writing these articles and blogs, there came a day when, somebody offered me that you like writing, would you like write a book for me? And I said, yeah, why not? I mean, I didn't know anything about writing a book that time. But I said, yeah, I would like to give it a try. And I wrote that book. That book became a bestseller, which was a ghost written book. So that gave me a lot of motivation. And then I said, now it is time to, for my dream to come true. You know what our past beloved president, APJ Abdul Kalam, has said? That dream is not something which you see when you sleep. It is a thing which does not let you sleep. And this started that time, when I said, now I have to write my book. So I used to get up early in the morning. I used to start writing. It was a very difficult journey, because every day I used to sit and write. Though it was my passion, there were days when I felt that, oh, I can't write this. Oh, I can't do it. Because there are so many blocks within us which also stop us. You must have heard that there's another person in you which keeps on saying, like, there is Palak. So there's another Palak inside you, which will say, oh, Palak, no, this is not nice. You can't write it. This is not done. And all these things, that somebody who's talking inside your brain, that stops you from doing things that you want to do. So you have to really fight with those demons, I would call them, and go ahead and ahead and ahead patiently. You have to show a lot of perseverance, lot of dedication, go on and on and on, and then you reach your goal. So likewise, I also reached my goal. I wrote my first book. I sent it to the publisher. The publisher liked it. He said, okay, we would like to publish it. And not only that, but he offered me a job as editor-in-chief. So that was like a bonus for me. And then my writing journey started, and I said, no, this is what I want to do in life. And I just left architecture behind. Of course, all the learnings, all the training of architecture has helped me, and it is still helping me, because that is something which makes you what you are. And that is continuously helping me. Now, after that, okay, you publish a book. What after that? So then you have to really, make efforts to make that book reach to people, because you would want people to read what you have written. So you have to make a lot of efforts. The journey doesn't end there, but it is a beautiful journey. You get, and in today's world where there is internet, there is so much of exposure, you get a lot of opportunities. You have book fairs happening all over the world. You can go and you can present your book there. So you get that exposure. So I also took my second book, which is called as the Happiness Manual. I took that book to London. I took that book to Frankfurt. It was appreciated there. Publishers there, they wanted the rights for the book. So it is a beautiful journey, and it is a beautiful career as an author if you want to have it. Then this it doesn't end there. There are a wide range of possibilities. So once the book is written in English, then people want to translate it in different languages. If the book is doing well, if it has a lot of potential, and people would want to translate in different languages so that it reaches more and more people. So I was offered, one girl. It was such a beautiful experience. I would like to share with you. My book was available in Nepal bookstore. So there was one girl who had gone there for trekking in the mountains, and she happened to go to that bookstore in Nepal, and she saw my book and she picked it up. She bought it, and after she went back to Germany, she was German. So after she went back to Germany, she read that book and she said, it is such a beautiful book that I would like my people to read it, but they don't understand English. So she wrote me an email that, would you mind if I translate this in German? I mean, that was like a very wow moment for me, very rewarding moment for me. So then now the book is being translated in German. So what I'm trying to say, that it is a beautiful journey as an author when you write something and when you present it to the world, when people appreciate, when people read your writing, and there are n number of possibilities that can happen. How many of you have not read Harry Potter? All of you have read. Everybody's favorite, right?
I've not read.
Yes, ma'am.
You have not read. Okay.
I have not read.
Okay, how many of you have read?
Miss, I have not read, but I've seen the movie.
Okay, perfect. So do you know who's the author of Harry Potter?
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling.
Yes.
J.K. Rowling.
The story of J.K. Rowling is very inspiring and is very interesting also. When J.K. Rowling was 6 years old, she wrote her first book, which is called Rabbit. Then when she was 11 years old, she wrote her second book, which was called as Seven Cursed Diamonds. And she was always interested in writing. She always had these brilliant ideas. But what happened was, she was born in 1965, but in 1990, when she was traveling in a train from Manchester to London, that was the time when she conceived this idea of Harry Potter. And during her entire train journey, she thought about the whole thing of Harry Potter, that how this book will be, what is this character. You've learned about making a plot. So what will be the plot? What will be the characters of this book? She did everything. She had all that in her mind. She made the note of it. And then she was like, this is it. This is the book which I believe in. It is going to do extremely well. And I want to write a book and publish this. But unfortunately, after this was in 1990. And after that, there were a lot of tragic incidents in her life. Her mother passed away. She got married. Then she got divorced. She had a son. So, surpassing all those tragic incidents, she never left her writing. She continued doing that. And first book, Harry Potter, was the first of I think 6 or 7 books of Harry Potter, came out in 1997. She completed the book. What is the next step after you complete the book? You approach a publisher. She approached one publisher He said he rejected the book. He said something like this is not going to work. She went to the second publisher, rejected. Third, rejected. Fourth, rejected. She went to 12 publishers like this. And she faced 12 rejections to her book. The 13th publisher that she went to, he showed some, trust on some confidence in the book. And he said, okay, I will publish it. But he was still not too sure how the book will be taken by the readers. And he published, copies were printed, and you all know the history. It became a phenomenon. You all over the world, each and every kid is crazy about Harry Potter. Then there were movies, then there were like a lot of things about Harry Potter. That Harry Potter became a phenomenon. The character that she had conceived, it became a huge phenomenon. Now J.K. Rowling is a household name. Everybody knows her. So this is what is the potential in writing. But what she did, she faced rejections 12 times, but she still did not lose the confidence in herself. She said, I know that this book is brilliant. I know that this book is going to do well. I'm going to keep on trying. And she kept on trying and trying and trying. And then finally, she got the publisher. The book reached various places. Book reached places. The movies were made out of it, and everybody loved it. You know, so many of bestseller books. Have you heard of Jonathan Livingston Seagull? Have you heard of that book?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that is written by?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if you haven't read the book or you don't know about it, I would urge you to pick up that book, find out where it is available. Do read that book. So that is about a seagull wanting to fly. And when it is written by Richard Bach, and when he went to the publishers said, this is such a weird story. You know, how can a seagull fly? And what are you writing? And nobody's going to accept it. He faced rejection so many times. Around 18 times he was rejected by the publishers, but he still believed in his story. He had confidence in his writing, in his capabilities, and it went on. And again, Jonathan Livingston Seagull has become a phenomenon. People just love that book. So what I'm trying to say here is, this is your first step in writing, which is a wonderful step. I mean, this is really a fantastic job that you guys have done. I have read a few stories. They're wonderful. They're wonderfully written, but it is the first step. Now we have to go ahead from here. So when you go ahead on this journey, like you've written a story, you'll show it to somebody. Somebody will say, oh, what, it is a crap. You know what crap you have written. There's no meaning only to the story. Somebody might just appreciate it. Wow, what a wonderful story. What thoughts you have put into it. Whatever the feedback is, take it in your stride. If somebody praises you, be happy about it. If somebody says it's crap, ask them, okay, what do you think? Where should I improve? Because that is how you're going to now develop into a writer, into an author. So this is how the journey of an author takes place. It is how do you write a book? You know, if you have to write a book in future, and you know, I work with a publishing house, and we get manuscripts from authors, various authors every day. You won't believe 40% of the manuscripts that we get, because they all come to me, so I know 40% of the manuscripts are the books written by teenagers. So we have a lot of young authors coming in, young authors writing books, and they write wonderfully. So there is a lot of scope if you want to write, if you want to pursue this as your passion. But since you have taken this step, please don't leave it. Keep on writing something or the other. Make it a habit to read. And any good writer is always a good reader. So you need to read a lot to write better. So reading is a habit which needs to be inculcated if you want to become a good writer. Even writing has to be, you have to keep on writing, because you've heard that practice makes a man perfect. So whatever you do more and more and more, you'll become more expert in that. So this the book that has been published, it's a very, very remarkable achievement for all of you. So take this as a motivation, keep on writing, and I will just give you a brief of how to go about writing a book. Because if you want to take this story, what you've written in the book forward, you can, maybe there are a few tips I can give you of how to write a book, because this is a story, it's a very small story. It must be around 1,000 words. But when you write a book, it has to be around 30,000 words. So how do you expand to that level? So when you write a book, the first step in writing a book is ask yourself why I want to write the book. You should know the reason why you want to write. You should know your intention why you want to write. Okay. Ask yourself what I want to write. So first is why, what, and what is the topic that I want to write about. So it could be anything. It could be a story. It could be a fiction, which is a story created by you. It could be some topic which is very close to your heart. It could be something which you feel very strongly about. Then you have to decide for what target group you have to write. Like, do you want to write a book for kids? Do you want to write a book for adults? Do you want to write a book for older people? Or you want your book to for all the target group is all from children to adults. So once you decide that, then there is clarity in your mind that, okay, this is the topic I want to write on. This is the target group for which I want to write, and why I want to write it. Because that intention will come throughout your book. Do you want that book to help others? Do you want that book to entertain others? Do you want that book to be converted into a movie? And what is the intention? Why do you want to write a book? You should be very clear about that. That is step number 1. Step number 2 is do your research thoroughly. Because when you select a particular topic, you have to do research on that. Like how you've written a story. So you have developed characters, you have developed a plot. Now that plot is based somewhere. So it has a geographic location, it has the culture there, it has the people there. So all those things you'll have to do the research on. When you say that you're the character or the protagonist or the hero of your story, he lives in, say, Goregaon. But where is Goregaon? What is it like? How does it look like? Because if your book is read by somebody in Kashmir, that person would not know where Goregaon is. So you have to build around that. You have to do research. You have to write in such a way that the person can imagine whatever you're writing, visualizing. Once you've done that, step number 3 is you have to do the outline of the book, the structure of the book. Like from start to end. How do you want to start it? How do you want to end it? And what is going to be there in between? So break it into parts, because it is so overwhelming when you write so many words, when you have to write 30,000 words. But writing 1,000 words is easy. Step number 4, actually start writing. And when you write, never judge yourself, never criticize yourself. Just keep on writing whatever comes to your mind. When you're writing, don't edit it. Don't say, no, this is not the right word, the grammar is wrong. Let it be. Nobody's going to read your book. First, just keep on writing whatever thoughts come to your mind, because then there will be a flow in the book. As soon as you start criticizing and judging yourself and stopping at oh no, I can't write, this is not the right word, I don't know the words, my vocabulary is poor, my language skills are not good, then you will not be able to. Just keep on writing. Once you write it, keep it aside. And after a few days, again look at it. Look at your own book. Then start criticizing that writing. Then become an editor. Okay, if I chop this, it will be better. If I write the same sentence in a different way, it will sound better. So start editing the book. And once you do that, your book will be ready for publishing. So how many of you want to write a book now? Great. Anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask.
Yes, I have no question.
Yes, does anyone have a question?
No, miss, but like I have made a book of some, I'm making a book of something, and now it's gone to 7,000 pages.
Oh, wow.
7,000.
Very nice. So you're writing a book?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very nice. We would
Lovely.
like to...
Sorry, I didn't get what is the book on?
It's a book on a
Be a
lion.
little louder, please.
Wow.
It's a book on a lion.
Oh, okay.
Lovely.
It's like the butterfly lion. I've taken some plots from butterfly lion. The butterfly lion.
Wow.
I can
Awesome.
show that the book, so I have taken some plots from that.
Okay. So,
Lovely.
in the chat section, Anukalp has shared that even he is writing a book. So can Anukalp share what book he's writing?
Yes, ma'am. I am writing a book on a farmer, a sheep, and a dinosaur. In that, the sheep will be the main protagonist because she will be the sheep of Lord Brahma and will be having superpowers.
Wow. Amazing.
I feel so wonderful when kids are using these words as protagonists and
Protagonist.
Superb.
Lovely.
Anybody else who wants to share their experiences or has a question to ask? So how many of y'all want to be a writer and write a book? Very good. So I hope I get to read someone. Okay, I see some parents also putting up their hands. Let me join your league. Even I want to write a book. We all want to write a book. I mean, forget about the part of publishing it or reaching out, to others. In the beginning, just try to write a book to express yourself. This is the best way of expressing yourself. You learn a lot from writing, so just, forget about publishing and sharing and everything. Just do it for yourself, because it will, channelize your thoughts. It will help you express yourself, even when you're talking to the other people. So just write down what you feel or whatever is in your mind, and then probably the next step is to then reach out. Then first of all, share it with your family, then share it with your friends. Ask your friends to share it among their circles. So that is how, it will be like, an avalanche effect, where, one thing leads to another, and, a small idea would actually manifest into a good book or, a good story. So let us all make an effort to write our thoughts, pen down our thoughts. But I hope you don't have any more questions now. So before we move on, I would just like to share the first look of the book with you all online. So I'm sharing the digital book with you guys. So I'll just maybe read a couple of pages, and then I'll just flip over, because I'm sure each and every one of you want to see how their story looks in the book. So let's do that. Quick 2 minutes, and then we move on. Just give me a second. So this is the first page of your digital book. This is the foreword. Teaching how to write a story to an 8-year-old is far more challenging than writing one yourself. I learned a lot while teaching these young budding writers the art of creative writing. I'm happy that we could translate our collective efforts into this beautiful book. There could have been no better way to culminate this creative journey than publishing this book. Next are a few acknowledgements. Acknowledgements are just a big thank you to people who have been or who have played an instrumental role in the release of this book. So first of all, we have to start with Chinmay Mission. Had it not been for Chinmay Mission's Bal Vihar and this platform that we all have, it would not have been possible to be a so close-knit group. Secondly, we have to thank Ravi sir and Padmavati ma'am. We have not really heard Padmavati ma'am. After this, I would request her to speak up as well. But Ravi sir and Padmavati ma'am, they are like teachers, our gurus, and it's like a close-knit family, and they are like working on each and every one of us with the same patience, zeal, enthusiasm. कैसे नहीं आता है, करो करो, कैसे नहीं होगा, होगा, चलो करो. I mean, so much of push that they give us, and it really drives us towards excellence. So thank you, sir, and thank you, ma'am, for doing this. I've also mentioned Mihir's name here because he's the one who comes up with these ideas. बच्चों के लिए ये करेंगे, बच्चों के लिए वो करेंगे, आगे जाके बच्चों को ये अच्छा ये आना चाहिए. So then do this. So I am somebody who will merely implement and put together the entire thing, but the thought process or the ideas germinate from him. So a big thank you to him as well. And lastly, all the children and parents who have participated, wholeheartedly in every initiative that we have taken. So thank you so much, everyone. Moving on, these are the contents. So I hope you can see your name here. The first story, The Wise Farmer's Golden Page by Anukalp. I'm just going to flip quickly. The Four Fabulous Friends by Chinmay Rao. Mel and Lucy by Vedika Poddar. A Glass of Milk by Darsh Agarwal.
Can you also send this PDF to in the Balviar group?
Yes, everybody will get a digital copy of this book, so don't worry. Everybody will get it. The Adventurous Lion by Jeet Mehta. Oscar's First Day at School by Arnav Pararkar. The Lost City of Maple by Anya Agarwal. I guess this is the Harry Potter effect. Kids pick out names of cities and characters, which some simply go bouncers for me because I can never imagine names like these ever. So this is the Harry Potter effect. We have Marcy Lost Cosmo by Virat Poddar. The Ant and the Elephant by Dhanvin Shah. Doggy Dream House by Advika Hetam Sarai. Honesty, the Real Treasure by Karthik Hegde. The Precious Diamond Necklace by Richa Singewar. The Golden Food by Pranati Shah. The Pencil by Anushka Rai. Selfish John by Ruhi Lathi. The Final Win by Pratishtha Thakur. The Race That Changed Cheval by Adhiraj Arora. Cheval is the name of the car, by the way. Lost and Found by Gayatri Iyer.
Miss, I related that story with the car story of
Yes,
Lakshmi.
yes, very good, very good. The Magician Brothers by Arinjay Chowdhury. This story also again gives me a Harry Potter feel. Billu and the Golden Tree by Diti Booth. The Tale of Two Friends by Akshata Gautam. Silly Ashish by Janak Mer. Hey Kitty Kitty by Vivek Hardas. And that's the end of the book. I hope you all could get a first look of the book. Yeah, and I'll be sharing it in the group.
Yes.
You can share it with your friends and family and everyone. So I guess that is all from my end. So Ravi sir, over to you. But before we go to you, I would like Padmavati ma'am to also say something. Ma'am. Aruna ma'am, she is Ravi sir's wife and equally engaged with all of us in all the activities.
Hello, ma'am. I'm very grateful to you to come and inaugurate this book. The children are very excited. I thank Mokshada also for putting in so much effort and dedication to teach the children how to write and go about it, and children have adapted it. And today they've written the stories, which I also read few stories, and it's very nicely written. So I congratulate the whole team, Mokshada and children, for doing such a wonderful work. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your encouragement always. इतना सा छोटा सा भी कोई effort डालो, कुछ करो, तो she's always the one to pat our back and like, wow, very good, and then that encourages us to do better. So thank you so much, ma'am. Ravi sir, over to you for a final vote of thanks. And thank you, Aruna ma'am, for doing this for us. This was like a great experience. And over to Ravi sir.
Yeah, Hari Om, and thank you, Aruna ma'am, for making this function a grand success and readily coming forth to make this. Though this is an online function, but it is had its own merits, because this group has always enjoyed all the programs, whether it is offline or online, and we have had the busiest of the season, especially the month of May. First of all, Mokshada taught all the children how to talk, and then once the children learned how to talk, then she made them how to write. So slowly, one by one, she has been doing during this month of May, and she has been guiding all the children. Apart from that, we had other craft classes, we had animation PPT, and the icing on the cake was a bhajan session. So these were all conducted by Anuradha Chaudhary, Anuradha Hegde, and we had one external person by the name of Ranjit, who had all assisted. And this month of May was the busiest season for our kids. So they do not know what is happening in the external world, Corona or all that. They are not at all bothered. So they are busy with their own activities, co-curricular activities, and each one was very busy. So my thanks, sincere thanks to Mokshada for putting in a lot of efforts and conducting all these sessions so patiently, because patience is something which everyone, all of us have to learn from Mokshada. And so many questions the children used to ask time and again, but she has answered them so peacefully, so nicely. And I hope children have learned a lot during this session, especially the talking session and the telling a tale session. So both these sessions were very, very valuable. So my sincere thanks to Mokshada. And this gives me also an idea, Mokshada, if you can agree, that we can start at least a monthly bulletin, and we start all the children contribute to that bulletin, and then probably I, you, and some of the parents who are having some time, we can make some small editorial team. And now we have Aruna madam also. We can take her expert advice, and then we start doing it in our small way. From that, we never know, a big writer can arise anytime, so anything can happen. So that was just thought. I thought maybe out of this, that was a takeaway for me personally, and then it will also enrich our knowledge and our also writing, because we also lost these writing skills. It has been there in school, college. After that, there's hardly any writing. And even these last 1 or 2 years, children do not know where their pencil and pen is there. So it is that kind of a situation. So this is high time that we start doing some writing, and all of you can probably give your ideas in the WhatsApp group, so that from maybe July month, Guru Purnima or some good occasion, I would like to start this activity. So with these words, I thank once again Mokshada and Brahman for gracing this occasion and doing this, having this program a grand success. So with that, Mokshada, anything else, or should we conclude?
Yes, sir. I would just like to share a small picture. So just give me a second. So this is like a small token of our love that we presented Aruna ma'am yesterday. From the mission and from all of us, a sincere vote of thanks for doing this for us. We also presented her the book. This is the book. If you could just have a small look. So these were the pictures that I wanted to share. This was like a formal introduction also. Ravi sir, me and Mihir, we visited yesterday, and we handed over your physical copy of the book and the Holy Gita as a token of our love. So thank you so much, Aruna ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thanks for inviting me, and it's really an honor to be here. And I mean, the program went on the way you organized it. It was flawless. Too good, Mokshada and Ravi sir and the entire team. Big round of applause.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, and for we never felt it was a virtual program. It was like a live. Thank you so much.
And I would love to associate wherever I can. You're doing such a great job. So anytime you can do it.
Our live session starts, we would welcome you to our live session, and we would like to address our children face to face. That would be for all of us. Thank
Definitely, anytime. Thank you.
you. Hari Om. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet, asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. So thank you all. Thank you very much for participating and making this.
Ram Ram sir.
Bye, sir. Hari Om, sir.
Hari Om, sir. Hari Om, sir. Hari Om, sir.
Hari Om, ma'am.
Sir. Hari Om, sir. Hari Om, ma'am. Hari Om, sir. Hari Om, ma'am. Hari Om.
Ram Ram sir. Bye ma'am. Bye.
Hari Om.